Imagine this. You've got 18,000 video games, 18,000 from your childhood in the palm of your hands. Sounds kind of crazy, right? It's really not crazy, guys. It is a possibility, and it's a reality thanks to this. This is the R36 Max handheld video game console. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? My name is David DeFranco, and welcome to my review of the R36 Max. Guys, I've been gaming since the 80s days, so believe me when I say I've got plenty of history with gaming. I've got a huge backstory, a huge backlog. I've got literally hundreds of games behind this camera right now. Check out my basement tour right below. I just posted that the other day. Enjoy. So, imagine my excitement when the makers of this, the R36 Max, reached out to me and said, David, would you like to review a handheld that supports over 18,000 classic video games? I would have been an idiot if I ignored that email and deleted it, because believe me, I get requests like this all the time, usually from companies that make boring products like vacuum cleaners and headphones. No offense to all the vacuums and headphones out there, right? You guys do a fantastic job, but they're not nearly as exciting as something like this. I just love my gaming, hence why I've been putting so much time and especially money, I've been spending a little more money than I planned, into my basement. Like, I love it down here. It's a total vibe. So obviously, I'm going to talk about this, guys. So this is the R36 Max console. I've made it clear it's a retro handheld. It's got over 18,000 games. So let's jump into my review and hear what I have to say about it. Spoiler alert, it's extremely positive. Okay, so let's begin with the unboxing experience. I gotta say, it's straight and to the point with some surprises thrown in, which is definitely quite nice to see. This includes cleaning wipes, because who doesn't like a good couple of cleaning wipes, right? A screen protector. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of screen protectors, but if you like screen protectors, well then, there you go. You got one in the box, ready to go. Well, out of the box. And even a case. Yes, you actually get a case with this guy. So between the cleaning wipes, the screen protector, and especially the case, you're saving what, $20 to $30, you know, from buying that separately on Amazon or wherever you like to shop. Me personally, I love Amazon. Okay, so let's talk about product design, because without a good product design, you've completely lost my interest. And, well, guys, let's face it, when it comes to a handheld, product design is incredibly important. And I'll tell you this right now, it's very comfortable to hold, and it's absolutely packed with tech and features. Okay, so starting out, it looks like an oversized Game Boy Color, which in my opinion is a very good thing. And of course, yes, to give myself some credit, I do own the original Game Boy Color. So I know what I'm talking about, all right? Give me space. But seriously, this thing is beautiful. It's got a traditional D-pad. It's got 4 face buttons. It's got select and start. And on the back, check this out. It's even got L1, L2, R1, and R2. Now, I'll be honest, L2 and R2 do feel a little on the difficult side to push, but L1 and R1 go down seamlessly, just like the rest of the buttons. But I'll be honest, guys, I haven't really played many games that require R2 and L2, because personally speaking, guys, I mostly plan to use this for older games, like pre-PlayStation 1 days, such as the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and maybe even some Atari here and there. Now, backing up a bit, I do want to focus on one feature, guys. We've got dual sticks. I made that clear, but I'm going to focus on that for a little bit. Dual sticks is a big deal, especially if you plan on playing games for the PlayStation 1. And yes, this handheld actually does include the PlayStation 1 emulator built in. So let me open it up. And as you can see, there are plenty of games, such as Crash Bandicoot Cortex Strikes Back, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped Crash Team Racing, which is actually the first game I played on this handheld, and it played it flawlessly. We've also got Marvel vs. Capcom, Mega Man 8, Mortal Kombat 4, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, R4 Ridge Racer. Me personally, I never got into the Ridge Racer games, but hey, having this handheld actually gives me the opportunity to play games that I missed out on as a kid. Tekken 3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. If you've never played any of the Tony Hawk games, shame on you. And well, even with that said, now's your chance. So focusing on the display, I am definitely a display snob. Like, I take so much pride in buying good displays, despite buying some incredibly affordable TVs behind me, but believe me, they look great. Anyway, when it comes to a handheld, you want something with rich blacks and rich colors, and, you know, just something that's gonna allow your favorite classic games to just pop off the screen. Not literally, because this does not support 3D gameplay, as in like physical 3D, but hey, the display looks beautiful, guys, because it is a 4-inch 720 by 720 resolution IPS display. Heavy emphasis on IPS. So basically, for those less techie, I'm just going to put it in simple terms. You see how it's still incredibly vibrant when viewing at different angles / planes? That's because it's an IPS display. Now, I don't know why you'd want to be playing your game from the side, but in case you want, I don't know, Johnny by your side watching you play Mortal Kombat and, you know, chopping off heads, well then Johnny can do just that because he's going to have a nice viewing angle thanks to the beautiful IPS display. Good for you, Johnny. Good for you. We do have plenty of controls on the side, including volume control, which does just that. And guys, let's say this right now, the games go super loud.
Choose your destiny.
And of course, on the left side, we've got a power button as well as a reset button. And those buttons do exactly just that. And finally, on the bottom, in regards to I/O, we've got a USB-C port and, well, a second USB-C port, which is actually labeled as OTG, which actually stands for on the go. So that means if you want to, for whatever reason, have like a USB-C keyboard connected to this handheld, then, well, you can do just that. And finally, last but not least, in the middle on the bottom, we've got a traditional headphones port because, well, yeah, this handheld goes plenty loud, but there's only so much audio you're going to get out of something this small. So, hey, I'm just saying, if you want to experience the best fidelity possible, well, then slap on your favorite pair of headphones and do just that. Knock yourself out. Not literally, but seriously, have some fun. Okay, so to ask the question of the day in regards to the R36 Max, does it work? Like, is this actually working as advertised? Like, does it support 18,000 plus games? Of course it does. Of course it does. Guys, this is not an uncommon handheld. And actually, fun fact, this is my 4th retro handheld that I have in this house that supports emulators and ROMs. But I will say, this is my favorite one in regards to the vertical orientation, thanks to the dual sticks. Guys, I love these sticks. And by the way, yes, listen, they do click in. So these act as L3 and R3. So yeah, obviously the R36 Max does work as advertised, but I will say this to be perfectly honest with you guys, and I like to try to be honest with you. This is fine for most consoles, most systems, emulators, ROMs, all that good stuff. But I did notice some graphical artifacting and some graphical weird glitches when playing games on the N64. And while this is especially apparent in my favorite Mario game of all time, Super Mario 64. So yeah, believe me when I say I know when something looks off. And well, unfortunately, Mario 64 definitely looked off on the R36 Max. However, with that said, if you look on the right side of the R36 Max, you can actually import your own ROMs and emulators that are not already on the handheld, or for whatever reason, maybe you found a better emulator for the N64, something with less graphical glitches. Well, then you can do just that. You put them on a card, bada bing, bada boom, you get it set up. But I would like to rewind to something I said before. I don't plan on using this for the N64. Honestly, if I want to play N64 games, then I can do that on my Switch. And I'm saying this for a reason because I'm mostly going to be using this for anything pre-N64 days. Again, PlayStation 1 runs flawlessly. Super Nintendo looks amazing. NES, Genesis, 32X, guys, it's all here. And speaking of, I'm actually going to go through the entire list right now. So here we go. Okay, so we've got the Atari 2600, NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, Sega 32X, Dreamcast, even the Game Gear, the Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PlayStation, PSP, and finally MAME, in other words, an arcade emulator. But of course, we're not done yet. If you want to extend your gaming experience even more, you can actually customize the emulators and ROMs by simply pressing the Start button on the main menu, thus giving you access to game settings, user interface settings, controller settings, sound settings, even network settings. There's so much you can customize within this device, which I think is incredible, especially considering the low price on Amazon, which is actually linked right below. And guys, as of today, I believe you can still save $30 by applying the coupon. Okay, so I'm getting ready to wrap up my review, but I do want to quickly touch upon something very important, especially from a portable perspective: battery life. Now, according to the makers of this, the R36 Max, they are promising you 6 to 8 hours of battery life, which, hey, I'm just saying, is a full work day. So if you have a slow day at work and you want to bring this to the office, why not pop in some Super Mario Bros. 3, my favorite classic Mario of all time, or maybe even something like Clock Tower on the PlayStation 1. I'm telling you, this thing has got you covered. Now, I can't attest to that and say, yeah, this thing got me through 6 to 8 hours consistently, because honestly, I have not sat here and played a game for 6 hours straight. I'm kind of casual with this. Like, I'll check out a game like Dig Dug or Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, or whatever. Play for a little bit, plug it in, let it idle, play, charge, let it idle. But I'm just going to take their word for it. 6 to 8 hours does sound very fair, especially considering it has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery inside. So that in itself is pretty sweet. And of course, I got to say, the system runs pretty cool. I mean, I've had a couple moments where I'm playing a more, intense game, and it gets a little warm if you put your fingers right here, but nothing on the back, which actually made it uncomfortable to hold. And by the way, it's very comfortable. I don't know if I mentioned that. On the back here, we've got like these rounded edges, which kind of naturally form around your fingers, which is great. I mean, it means you're not holding like a flat surface like your phone for 1 to 2 hours straight. Guys, it's quite comfortable to hold, and overall, I'm very pleased with the R36 Max. Aside from the N64 performance, but again, if you want to find your own emulator and your own ROMs, well, then you can do just that. This is just the beginning. Yes, they give you 18,000 games to start with, but if for whatever crazy reason 18,000 is not a big enough number for you, well then yes, you can go far and above that number, because as far as I can tell, there really is no limit besides the storage space of, whatever micro SD card that you decide to use. So, my final verdict. I mean, it's pretty safe to say this, but guys, I love this thing. I love this, especially as of today. It's only $70 after you apply the $30 credit on Amazon, that is, and my link is right below. I can't guarantee that $30 coupon is gonna, be there and stay active for the longest time. So guys, I'm just saying, in my opinion, treat yourself. It is linked right below. I absolutely love this handheld. Guys, the fact that I can relive my gaming memories without having to carry multiple consoles in my pocket, that's what makes the R36 Max incredible. Thank you so much to the creators of this. I appreciate this, guys. And hey, if you guys have any questions, or how about this? Test me, okay? Test me. Let me know one game that you want to see on this handheld, and I'll comment right below, whether it's there, or maybe I'll make a YouTube short, or I don't know, something like that. Either way, guys, this thing is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.